This week, theater students perform Clue on stage.
Students and staff collect toys for children in need during the holidays.
Education Academy students create lesson plans and welcome kids for preschool day.
Choir performs their annual holiday concert.
All this and more on the MWHS Wildcat News.
Welcome back, Wildcats. I'm Mackenzie Lewis.
And I'm Ella McNeil.
From December 1st to 3rd, drama students performed Clue to audiences in the auditorium. Catalyst Online Editor-in-Chief Ariana Griffin reports.
What are you doing?
Trying to make it work.
Just stop talking.
The production Clue was shown on December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Many other schools also put on the production, but we took a little bit of a different approach.
Especially with designing the set, a lot of them did like the inside of a mansion, and we wanted to kind of go towards the route of more like the Clue game instead of the movie. So our set was a lot more unique than the other schools because we had like the hexagons with the cards on them, and so it kind of indicated which room you were in, but like the other schools had like decor and like furniture to indicate which room they were in.
To be some confusion about whether or not there is or isn't anybody else in this house.
There isn't.
There isn't anybody else in this house, or there isn't any confusion.
Either.
Both.
The actors had fun working with new things and coming up with new strategies for their production.
There was a lot more stage combat this time, and like we had some people like basically just lay there dead the entire time, so we kind of like moving their bodies, kind of, I had this one moment where I like knee somebody in the crotch, and like it was, yeah, just also getting timing down. Line memorization was a little bit of a struggle for some people. Making jokes land. There were some jokes that not everybody understood, and the directors kind of had to explain, this is why this is funny.
Of course, there were struggles throughout the production, but the actors and other crew members made it work.
The set was really complicated, and we were working on it up until the last minute. Some of the struggles was just actors being present and being able to practice with everybody there. We had to cancel several rehearsals because of other events that were in the auditorium or people being sick, and so I think that was probably one of the bigger struggles.
Was that the killer?
He didn't look like a killer.
Takes one to know.
Clue was quite the mysterious production. The next production from Millard West Theater will be Improv on February 23rd and 24th. This has been Anna Griffin for the MWHS Wildcat News.
The 7th annual Hoops for Hope basketball game to raise money for the American Red Cross will be played against Millard South on Thursday, January 19th. Once again, shirts are being sold in a variety of colors to represent the various types of cancer. A link to order can be found in the daily announcements. The online store closes on January 2nd.
For the past month, students and staff have been collecting money during flex time to purchase gifts for children in need during the holiday season. Staff reporters Michael Bartholomew and Nathan Broker have more.
Every year, a variety of Millard West clubs organize holiday-inspired donation drives to get the necessities to people who are in need. Between the days of December 6th to the 13th, the Millard West Tri-M Club members will host a toy drive, collecting toys at all 3 shows, including choir, band, and orchestra concerts.
So Tri-M is basically just like an honor society for band, orchestra, and choir kids. We do a lot of volunteering, and it's overall just a really good experience and a nice way to meet people who are involved in the same activities as you.
Other than the music department, our junior and senior class boards are both decorating ornaments and hosting a winter coat drive for an organization, A Winter Day. As well as both boards, student council members collected hundreds of toys and gift cards for the Salvation Army to distribute to families in need.
So we have to contact Salvation Army, which takes a lot of back and forth to get it all done, and get the tags sent to us. And we gonna have to tell them a number of how many we think we can fill. But otherwise, the preparation is pretty easy. Student council members then like put the tags on the directions, and then we get them in. Then we have to email teachers to find out who like wants to do it, especially this year because we don't have advisement per se, like QT like we used to. So we're kind of had to decide, do we want to do it through advisement? Do we want to do through flex time, which would be like the one that where we get the most involvement.
Upon picking up the toys, the Salvation Army delivers them to a store, which then they are prepared and wrapped for families to pick up just in time for the holiday season.
I think that a lot of people at Millard West are in a good family place and a place of privilege where we have a lot as a school and as a Western Omaha community, and so being able to share the wealth a little bit and give back to our community by giving gifts. The way that it works is that all of these gifts, all the ideas, are just so that there's a variety, the tags, but then they go to this store and the parents are able to shop around the store for their kids so that they can wrap them and give them to their kids.
Because of Millard West, many families are able to joyfully celebrate around the holidays. For the MWHS Wildcat News, this has been Nate Broker and Michael Bartholomew.
On Friday, December 9th, the Education Academy students hosted Preschool Day. In the prior, students worked on creating lesson plans and planning games to make the event a fun experience. Catalyst Online Editor-in-Chief Ariana Griffin and staff reporter Zachary Taylor bring you this story.
On December 9th, the halls of Millard West were flooded with preschoolers. The Millard West Career Academy's Preschool Day was now in session.
High school students get hand-on experience with younger children by playing with them and experiencing their random behavior.
So in the academy, we have 2 big days that's Toddler Day and Preschool Day. So kids in the community who know students in the academy or kids of teachers, they'll come in for the morning and spend some time with us. We'll lesson plan and have activities for them, and they'll just kind of hang out with us.
The students were broken down into groups to create their own unique activities for the kids.
Preschool today? Hi, where are you going? What you doing? Okay, I know. So it was when we had to make little activities, and so mine was about trade, so everyone got a little bag and a little candy, and we got trade candy and things, and we got to throw candy at each other.
Even with all the little kids running around, there are always concerns that need to be addressed.
I think the biggest thing right now is just the whole, RSV going around and COVID and some kids getting sick and stuff. So we're trying to do a really good job of making sure we wash our hands and take the kids to the bathroom and have them wash their hands constantly too. So that's probably the only really thing that I'm worried about.
Preschool Day was an overall great success, and the students got a great chance to learn about their future in the education industry. This has been Zach Taylor
and Anna Griffin
for the MWHS Wildcat News.
Holiday music filled the auditorium during choir's annual holiday concert. Staff reporters Rachel O2 and Bowie Zepka report.
With the winter season approaching, the 3 choirs of the Millard West Music Department presented the final product of their work on the winter concert.
Every year, the different selection of holiday songs, along with the annual traditional music, brings out dozens of families filling up the auditorium seats.
For the holiday concert, we have some traditional music that we repeat every single year, and then we try to incorporate as much variety of secular tunes that the audience might know. And so that was fun. But then also to pair that with some sacred music, because so much of holiday time is sacred.
The trio, choirs, and the 16-member a cappella chamber group spend a large amount of time rehearsing and collaborating as a group to improve their sound and present a festive performance.
We spend a lot of time inside and outside of class preparing. We spend pretty much all 90 minutes preparing for each and every song. And then in Transcendence, we usually have morning rehearsals that help us prepare for the concert.
Throughout the year, the music brings many of the students together and helps them bond over a common interest.
I joined choir 7th grade year. I've always had a love for singing and music and all kinds of just, whether it's band, choir, orchestra, and I decided that choir was my route, and then when I got in it, I fell in love and I just decided to stick with it.
The upperclassmen of the music department get to reflect on their past years of high school when all the choirs come together.
I really like how we can sing with all the choirs and stuff, and when you're a freshman you're obviously in voce and then you move up as you go, and it's really cool to be able to just to sing as one big giant group, because we never get to do that, and the winter concert's the only time you can do that, and especially being a senior it's really special, I feel to be able to do that with all the other groups.
The choirs did a fantastic job together and are already beginning to prepare for their next spring concert. For the MWHS Wildcat News, this has been
Rachel O2
and Bowie Zekpa.
That's it for this week's Wildcats. Make sure to follow us on social media and check out the Catalyst for more stories like these.
With the MWHS Wildcat News, this has been Mackenzie Lewis
and Elle McNew. Enjoy your winter break, and we'll see you back here in 2023.